Some heroes are forged just as much as some villains are born. Whether they are good or evil, lawful or chaotic, fiction characters often have a way of meeting up in the middle. Iron Man, the knight wearing an invincible armor, and Omni-Man, the image Superman evil tyrant from Invincible. Ladies and gentlemen, greetings, I'm Alex from Zelrix and you're watching Fusion Factory, the show where I will be drawing fusion between pop culture characters. If you want to know more about how to draw fusion and how to understand the one I draw, you can either watch this video or read my description. I have all my rating system there. And you know what? While you're there, why not subscribe and activate the bell to fuse yourself with the rest of my community? On that note, let's take a look at our fusion materials. In a world filled of god and superhuman, there is one man that manages to elevate himself at this level only with the power of his brain. This man, of course, is Iron Man, or Tony Stark, the man behind the Iron Mask. Tony has at his disposal an almost infinite number of tools and gadgets, each more sophisticated than one another. He's also known to be the CEO of Stark Industry, a company that, above other things, was manufacturing weapons. Until Tony got a wake-up call somewhere in a cave and decided to use his big brain to do good. Armed with an incredible willpower and a burning passion for doing what is right, Tony built himself a new exosuit, a new tool, a new weapon that he would use to be a hero. And then Iron Man was born. His suits of armor are a wonder when we talk about technological advance. It ranges from high-level weaponry to repulsor technology to AI that can work in the deepest, most unknown place in the universe, light years away from Earth. A feat that, if you know anything about satellite technology, should just not be possible from a physical standpoint. Just like every Iron Man fan, I have my favorite suits. They include the Deep Space Armor, an armor with an AI that is capable of working virtually anywhere in the known universe, complemented with space-ready combat technology and weapons. The Escape Armor, a suit made of a piece of an alternate reality, forged in a solid hologram which can produce virtually anything the wielder can imagine. Essentially, Tony built himself a Green Lantern suit. But by far my favorite, the Prime Armor. Capable of creating all sorts of repulsor tech, morph into any suit Tony has ever created, primer to this one, and even has a samurai mode if Tony wants to deal damage with a katana. Okay, so in this situation, there is Otaku, there is Weeb, and there is Tony. And contrary to the popular belief, Tony is an excellent hand-to-hand fighter. He took down a platoon of killer bots wearing nothing more than a t-shirt and boxers while wielding a laser katana. And if you're still not convinced, in the Illuminati comic book, there is that time when Tony Stark, naked, beaten down and in prison, took down in a single hand-to-hand fight an entire team of highly trained Skrull agents. I have a theory that says that the less clothes Tony is wearing, the more efficient he is at hand-to-hand fighting. But Tony also possesses the most useful superpower in the history of comic book, Super Cash. God, I love this logic, there is nothing you can justify with it. Nanotech suit that essentially works like magic, Super Cash. Wanna drop a building down on the whole set but doesn't want to deal with the consequences, Super Cash. Want to justify putting a 15-year-old in a dangerous situation by giving him gadget that could technically protect him, Super Cash. Jokes aside, Tony's real weapon is his mind. Stark is so brilliant, he might just be one of the smartest men in the Marvel universe, if not the entirety of fiction. Possessing the secret to technologies we as mere humans can only imagine. Is essentially what happened when you cross an 8-year-old with a god complex and a mad scientist. And I could keep bragging on Tony, or I can just show you a clip that is the perfect summing up of what Iron Man represents.
It's impossible. Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not Tony Stark.
That's it, no one's Iron Man except Tony. Moving on. Earth, present day. A young boy named Mark Grayson is taking out the trash when he realizes that he has become powerful enough to dominate the entire world. He has become invincible. Kinda. Seriously, for a character named Invincible, Mark gets his ass kicked a lot. Violently. Fortunately for us mere human, Mark is a kind-hearted kid who will protect us against any evil. But we cannot say that much about his father, Nolan Grayson, aka Omni-Man. Evil Superman are more or less becoming a trope in fiction. Invincible got Omni-Man, The Boys got Homelander, Marvel got like 75 of them, and even DC Comics went that road. Nolan, it is implied he is different than Superman. He is incredibly powerful but with limitation. He can fly, he's super fast, and he is invulnerable, making him one of the most terrifying villains in the Tyrant repertoire. Just like the rest of the Viltrumite, Nolan was raised as a soldier, a judge, and a potential overlord on the planet Viltrum. After that, he will journey to Earth for what is more or less an evangelic mission to convince us that Viltrum is the greatest planet in the universe, rallying those he can to his cause and crushing those who oppose him. Nolan is extremely powerful, but unfortunately, he's aware of it. Not above slaughtering the Guardian of the Globe because he sees them as a pebble in the road of his mission, but also because he deems them too weak to exist under his regime. An arrogance that will grow on him and make him think that he is superior to everyone because that's how he was raised and that's how he lived his life. That's not counting on Mark Hindeby, his hurt wife and son, who will spark an ounce of humanity inside the cold heart within Omni-Man. Tony and Nolan are complementary characters, even though visually speaking, they're very different. Tony is a mere human using his technology and tools to do as good as he can, while Omni-Man is superior to everyone around and he is well aware of it. Visually speaking, for Iron Man, what I wanted to keep in this fusion is the biotechnological team that some of his suits possess. For example, the bleeding edge armor, which is an armor that lies within Tony's body. And I also wanted to focus heavily on the repulsor technology. As for Omni-Man, I decided to focus on the Cape Crusader look he arbors, giving my final character a very comic booky classic vibe. But as they say, picture is worth 1,000 words, this is
Alpha Man.
I went for a Frankenfusion, which means I attach a certain part of Iron Man onto Omni-Man. I have this origin for him like he is the sole survivor of an incredibly powerful alien race who lost an arm and has to get an artificial one that is super advanced in terms of tech and weaponry. I changed the color palette to black and green as I think the color black represents Iron Man with all the tuxedos and fancy suit he has. And I changed the red for green, giving him a more friendly vibe. Friendly note, my friend Jazz thinks he looks like Izuku from My Hero Academia, but I don't see it. As for the humanoid part, his hair and beard are inspired from Iron Man's, but with a more everyone dad vibe to fit the character of Nolan Grayson. And I can say without any ounce of shame within me, if I was to create my own comic book universe, this would be my equivalence of Superman. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You can find this fan art and all my other pieces in my Instagram link in the description down below. While you're there, why not follow me there and on Twitter? And if you behind your screen are an artist, be sure to reach to me and who knows, maybe someday we'll do a collaboration. Or if you just want me to merge certain characters, just leave a comment. While you're there, why not subscribe and activate the bell to be notified whenever a new video comes up. Share this video with all your Iron Man and Invincible fan friends, and as always, thanks for watching.